this. He went down to Jeremiah. And Jeremiah cried out, thou hast deceived me, and I am deceived. But your word is like fire, shut up in my bones. But I stopped by to tell you something, that when man was on his way to hell, I seen my Jesus take off his royal robes, strip himself of the robes of glory, travel down through 42 generations, come out the virgin's womb, healing the deaf, dumb, and blind, causing the lame to walk, causing the dumb to talk, and the blind to see. But they took my Jesus from judgment hall to judgment hall. They took him for Annas. They took him for Caiaphas. They took him to Golgotha's hill. They laid him down, nailed him in his hand, nailed him in his feet. They only made one mistake. He had already told them, don't you dare lift me up. For if I be lifted up from the earth, I'll draw all men unto me. They lifted him high, stretched him wide, dropped him low. They thought they were through with Jesus. He stayed in the grave Friday night, stayed there Saturday night. But early Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. Somebody in here ought to be willing to give God praise. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. Let me give you the equation of one redemption. Even if you were sinners, because you are a human being, you can only pay for one human life. It takes somebody extra special to pay for the lives of everyone. It takes somebody whose life is so valuable that when he dies on the cross, the earth will rock and reel. The sun will refuse to shine. Is there anybody here that's willing to give God praise? It ought to make the church of a living God stop walking around with your head hung down. When you realize who you are, and when you realize whose you are, when you understand that the God of the universe died on the cross for you, that ought to make you throw your shoulders back. That ought to make you walk with a swagger. You ought to hold your head up high and tell the devil that you don't have to worry about what he can do, because God's got the power to deliver you. Is there anybody here that believes that God is able? He may not come when you want him. There's somebody in here listening to me that have been trying to get a prayer through. And you're saying, God haven't answered me. Let me tell you something. The God I serve ain't never late. If you don't believe it, ask Mary and Martha. When they sent the message to Jesus, Jesus purposefully stayed to make sure that 4 days passed. Let me tell you why. Because the Jews believed that somebody could be resuscitated within a 3-day period. They did not believe that you were really dead till you had laid in the grave 4 days. Jesus did the calculation and said, ain't but 2 days passed. I better stay 2 more. When he showed up in town, Martha and Mary ran out to tell him how late he was. If you had been here, our brother would not have died. Said to him, we know he'll rise in the resurrection. Jesus said to them, no, you got the wrong idea about the resurrection. The resurrection is not a day. The resurrection is not a date. The resurrection is not a place. When you want to talk about the resurrection, you looking at it. I am the resurrection.